challenges that both of you face, given that you're working in a organization that is quite demanding and also very challenging, and it's not like it's not a very predictable kind of a pattern of job that you also undertake, Allah. So what are the challenges that you both actually have?
The challenges are tremendous. Firstly, in terms of communication, in terms of distance, in terms of the places that we are staying. And of course, I was lucky enough that she joined me in Sikkim. And considering that she got an option of working from home, and we were in a location where people, if you think about Sikkim, it's a beautiful place.
I know.
It's a beautiful place. It has its own destinations where people wouldn't have ever imagined that this is the kind of terrain exists too, and absolutely
India.
inaccessible to
Civilians.
So over there, the challenges, very very basic challenges in terms of availability of network, wherein she can continue with her work schedule, and of course her music life took a toll there, and she's as much as I missed her seeing on the stage, she in fact lost a lot of opportunities which probably she might have got had she been in Bangalore, had she been in some other place wherein she could have
I
performed
don't
on the
think
stage.
she regrets it.
But yes, she definitely missed singing on the stage. And of course, all the times that I used to come down to Bangalore, and watch her on the stage, I missed that part too. And we still continue. She still continued singing at a very limited level, probably not on the stage. The stage was something that really was hit. And in addition to that, challenges like any normal civilian couple, in terms of their daily routine of 6 days or 5 days of working, having a small weekend, and it's a very organized kind of a life, I feel. And hamare liye, we come down to Bangalore once in 6 months or probably once in 8 months for a short duration of 10 to 20 days. Those 10 to 20 days are all our Sundays, are all our chuttis, are all our celebrations, all the times that probably we'll want to go to a mall, probably go to shop, go to eat outside. Everything happens in those 20 days. And that probably was quite a huge challenge, considering
It was a change.
it was a change. It was
It was
quite
a
a
cultural
change.
change.
Cultural
for
change.
Sure. I think the whole dynamics between couple I had to understand. I could not compare our lives to my cousin's life or my best friend's life, who have their way of living is very different, and I could not expect those things from him on a daily basis. I could not expect that he will come back home at 6:30 and help me cook dinner today. For me, if he coming back safely in one piece every day, evening or night, was itself a thing to celebrate. So initially, it was a war inside my head, because
It is,
anyone
Allah,
I used to talk to. Used to talk about things that tumba traffic ittu, he's not helping me in kitchen, he didn't come and pick me up from office. So after a point I started feeling, how is that even a problem? He's safe. How is that even a problem when you can drive, you have auto, you have Uber? So that comparison I had to get rid of. That took some time for me. It took at least a month or two for me to stop comparing our lives to
I think it's so
others'
important
lives.
for you to speak about these things
Yeah.
also frequently, Preeti, since you have that kind of a platform where you can talk about these behavioral patterns and all.
Yeah.
It, I think, surely will help, like us, civilians, like you say, to complain less and then worship more. I think whatever is given to us at the platter, I
Yeah,
think,
yeah.
I mean, I'm just, just visualizing. Yeah, for her, she has a bigger challenge and a bigger war that's running
Yes.
in her mind that,
Yeah.
he has to come back in one piece and safe. And not really worry about, whether he helps me.
Yeah, but he would still help. I think that is something I've seen in the. Of course, I cannot
And I
generalize.
think, does that bring the couple also so close to each other that, you become absolutely transparent with each other, and which I feel over these years, it's kind of, lagging. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ fade ಆಗ್ತದೆ. I mean, because you have nobody else, you depend on him, he depends on you. So that closeness also
Correct. I mean,
increase.
Closeness ginta, I think we don't in me at least I've seen we don't take each other's time for granted. So I started teaching music during those 2 years. So I was busy. I think keeping myself busy is one way of not
Yeah.
worrying too much about him. That has been my mantra. Idle mind is devil's workshop, they say. So I've always keep myself busy productively, in maybe through music, at work, writing. So that was one way of managing. But of course,
I think the kind of security one gives another in a relationship makes you also sustain,
Yes.
very true.
irrespective of whatever challenges are thrown at you.
Very true.
I think, once he finishes, he's not going to go anywhere, he's going to come to me.
Yes.
And she's not going to go anywhere and she's going to come to me.
Absolutely
And I think that gives you that confidence and security to somehow hold on, hang on, wait. He
Yeah.
will come. I mean, I think that's a strong belief, Allah.
Correct.
Adar mele belief iddaga, I think you will.
I know I'm number 2 in his priority list after his uniform. I know whatever happens, he will take out that. There have been times when he's not found signal, and he knows I will not go to sleep unless I hear his voice. He has found signal. He's told me I've written an article about it too. Grass on the other side can be yellow too. So he has found ways to find that one line of signal and give me one call, at least for those 10 seconds. So I know he's safe and I can sleep that night.
The emotions, the connect, the the actual essence behind the relationship in terms of how a man is supposed to be connected, with his partner, and the
I wish we
relationship
have
grows.
more such Prashants in this universe. Not everybody is lucky, Prashant, that way. I can very well say that. Yeah. But yeah, lucky that both of you are there for each other. That's
Yeah.
it. Was marriage an easy thing for you guys? I don't know if I can get into that kind of a personnel question.
It was another war that we fought
Another war that
together.
we
I
fought
think.
together, yeah.
Yeah, it was quite a struggle to get to the mandap, actually. So though we knew each other for a very long time, so it was a challenge for in his family especially to accept love marriage. It was a very alien concept for them. So it took time. It took around 9.5 years for us to get to the marriage mandap. From the time I said yes.
Preeti, before you got married, I know there was a phase which was a very difficult phase for you, and that was a phase that I had met you. And to maneuver through those years has been really, really, really painful for even the person who knew you.
Yeah.
Would you mind discussing about that?
Yes, surely.
Because, that was a time we as a music family would, want to help her in whatever little way that we could. In fact, there used to be this good friend of mine and hers, a common friend, Kumaran, who used to say,
Kumaran.
keep her active, keep her busy, keep her lively. Because she had taken that kind of a very scary path. That was quite a task, and if you don't mind, if you could share that, it's just only to tell the people how much that each other should hold on to each other as a partner through the ups and downs and face it. You're the best person to talk about it, actually.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think I was more lucky. I had all of you. I had my family. I had the music family around me who were supporting me. I had very good friends, bunch of friends at that point of time. He was alone. He was all alone. He was around colleagues with whom he could not really
Discuss and talk all
share
these things.
all these details too, because he had to work with them. He actually eats with them, works with them, he parties with them.
Yeah.
So it's the same
And
set
men
of...
are also wired in such a way that they're not that expressive. Even in the worstest situations like this, I think.
And I think as a profession also in the emotions does not have much of a place
We don't get
in
much
discussions.
of a chance to emotionally express ourselves, and of course there's a lot of chain of command and an orderly fashion of working and stuff like that, and the interpersonal relationships, it is so what do you say complicated that unlike the civilian world wherein you have a set of people for workplace, set of people called family, set of people called friends, set of people called cousins, and you have a different sphere, different kind of environments among this.
Parents were waiting to get me married. I was, 26 then? So they were worried. It's not going forward. We are stuck in the same place. So they were getting worried too. So then we decided, okay, now we'll have to part ways. And we decided it was radio silence for almost 10 months, I
months.
think. We blocked each other everywhere on all social media platforms. So we don't get to know about each other. And we had told our mutual friends, don't pass on any information. Because if it has to happen, it has to happen that way. Or we'll only keep going back and forth. So that is what happened. And you saw me, how I was during those 9 to 10 months. So first few months, I had to process this as actually happened to me. Because we knew each other from college, and 2 years after college, he was in the... We were already planning our lives around each other.
Correct.
And suddenly, I had so many options with me. He was not there, but I could do anything with my life back in those 10 months. But I didn't want to do it. That was the whole point. I knew I could fly to any country, do my masters now. I could do it, but everything felt incomplete because he was not there. So first few months was tough. I had to first process the information that we had actually parted ways. You always wish, right, after a month that maybe he will call me, or maybe I'll end up calling him.
It was the same. It was
yeah.
same on my side too. Maybe probably she'll come back. She'll call me once, or at least ask how am I, what's happening. And she knew, of course, she knew that I knew that she has friends around her, and I am being lonely out there and stuff like that. So, but yes, come what may, as they say, for any long long-term thing or long-term relationship, this was something that cranked us up. It literally brought us that distance, brought that
I think
closeness.
that now when I think of it 7 years later, I think that 10 months gave us a really good time to think about what we want to do with our lives as well. And we didn't end up getting married because we had dated for 9 years, because we really wanted to be with each other. We knew we could do this without each other in each other's life, but we didn't want to do it. We wanted to do it only with each other by side. So correct. I think that clarity those 10 months really gave us.